There are billions of galaxies in the observable universe, and each of them contains hundreds of billions of stars. In one of these galaxies, orbiting one of these stars, lies a little blue planet. And this planet is run by a bunch of monkeys. Now, these monkeys don't think of themselves as monkeys. They don't even think of themselves as animals. In fact, they love to list all the things that they think separate them from the animals. Opposable thumbs, self-awareness. They use words like Homo erectus and Australopithecus. You say tomato, I say tomato. They're animals, all right. They're monkeys. Monkeys with high-speed digital fiber optic technology, but monkeys nevertheless. I mean, they're clever. You've got to give them that. The pyramids, skyscrapers, phantom jets, the Great Wall of China, that's all pretty impressive for a bunch of monkeys. Monkeys whose brains have evolved to such an unmanageable size that it's now pretty much impossible for them to stay happy for any length of time. In fact, they're the only animals that think they're supposed to be happy. All of the other animals can just be. But it's not that simple for the monkeys. You see, the monkeys are cursed with consciousness, and so the monkeys are afraid. So the monkeys worry. The monkeys worry about everything, but mostly about what all the other monkeys think, because the monkeys desperately want to fit in with the other monkeys, which is pretty hard to do because a lot of the monkeys hate each other. This is really what separates them from the other animals. These monkeys hate. They hate monkeys that are different, monkeys from different places, monkeys who are a different color. You see, the monkeys feel alone, all 6 billion of them. Some of the monkeys pay another monkey to listen to their problems. The monkeys want answers, and the monkeys know they're going to die, so the monkeys make up gods, and then they worship them. Then the monkeys start to argue over whose made-up god is better. Then the monkeys get really pissed off, and this is usually when the monkeys decide that it's a good time to start killing each other. So the monkeys wage war. The monkeys make hydrogen bombs. The monkeys have got their entire planet wired up to explode. The monkeys just can't help it. Some of the monkeys play to a sold-out crowd of other monkeys. The monkeys make trophies and then they give them to each other, like it means something. Some of the monkeys think they've got it all figured out. Some of the monkeys
That's funny.
read Nietzsche. The
Nietzsche's. Nietzsche. Who the fuck is Nietzsche? What? I gotta go back. Nietzsche. Nietzsche. Just, who is Nietzsche? German, I don't know, theologist, poet, composer. He wrote several religion, morality, oh well, whatever.
Read Nietzsche. The monkeys argue about Nietzsche without ever giving any consideration to the fact that Nietzsche was just another monkey. The monkeys make plans. The monkeys fall in love. The monkeys have sex, and then they make more monkeys. The monkeys make music, and then the monkeys dance. Dance, monkeys, dance! The monkeys make a hell of a lot of noise. The monkeys have so much potential if they would only apply themselves. The monkeys shave the hair off of their bodies in blatant denial of their true monkey nature. The monkeys build giant monkey hives that they call cities. The monkeys draw a lot of imaginary lines in the dirt. The monkeys are running out of oil, which is what fuels their precarious civilization. The monkeys are polluting and raping their planet like there's no tomorrow. The monkeys like to pretend that everything is just fine.
Smoking is not good.
Some of the monkeys actually believe that the entire universe was created for their benefit. As you can see, these are some messed up monkeys. These monkeys are at once the ugliest and the most beautiful creatures on the planet. And the monkeys don't want to be monkeys. They want to be something else. But they're not.
play the monkey game. Every time he says monkey, take a drink. Enjoy your coma. No. Okay, now I gotta look at every one of these accounts and figure out which one could be the alien. Okay, that's not the alien.
Family of 6 who have been
Maybe
making
it is.
daily videos for the last 4 years. Welcome.
Wait, what? Shay Tard. And they're like monkeys. Yeah, monkeys. Okay, this is not the alien. Okay, that's not the alien. How about this person? They the alien? No. It's like, how old is that video? They do look like monkeys. on this circumcision video. This guy's or girl, I don't know who it is. They say they're a guy and they have a dick, and they're saying that they're circumcised and their dick is fine. And I'm saying, by the way you're describing your dick, you don't sound circumcised at all. You have a hood, then you're not circumcised. I have no hood. You have a hood, then you weren't circumcised. No, I was circumcised, but I still have a hood. No, then you were never circumcised. Whoever told you that is a fucking retard, or they didn't do it right, or maybe you had a lighter one done. Maybe you had yours done when you're of age. Maybe you were an adult when they did it, and so they did it much differently. Because when you're an infant, you don't even have a hood. You don't have a hood when you're an infant. So they're basically just cutting it off. If you have a hood and then they cut that off, that's different. It is extremely different. It is totally different. It is the difference between going like this and cutting it off, and just like peeling your skin off your finger and then cutting that off and then going, okay, that looks nice. Here, I need to cut this cuticle around here, because when you're an infant, you're just kind of like that. There's no hood. It's just the thing. That's it. And I don't even like talking about that, but but not that it matters, I guess, but it's like, so when they cut that off, they're just cutting your stuff off, because it doesn't even grow till you're about 10. So if you were 10 when you had it done, but everything this guy says is wrong. He says he has a shiny, it's shiny, and he feels big and strong. That's not how circumcised men feel. I'm sorry to tell you. Or something must have happened. Now there's all these different things that can happen. They're cutting off part of you. Your body will naturally grow that back in some cases. Some people will just regrow it, and so it's like they never even had it at all. So obviously, cutting any part of your body off at such a young age is automatically going to have so many different side effects and so many different things that is going to be in people. And I already just watched a video where a guy says he's trying to regrow his hood, and it looked retarded. Like, nothing changed, and he didn't have a hood. And so this guy is saying that he's like circumcised, but he has a hood, and he's all fine and dandy. It's like, if they cut this off and then they go like that, what do you think my face would stay like that? Like, if they're like, okay, this here, we need to get rid of that, and then they pinched it back together and sewed it back shut, and you were like this, you don't think that would like have a growth stunting factor or something, you know? I mean, you're talking about the difference between an infant and an adult. If you do it to an adult, they're already full grown. So even if you did go like that, the still basic bone size under that is what matters. You know, I know there's no bone down there, or whatever. I mean, it is a bone, but I think you still get different effects. Besides the thing, since there are no bones, you can make it larger or shorter. You can regrow a hood. You can do all that. That's why I'm not really even too concerned. I just know they got me. They got me bad. Okay, but it's not that. It's a deal. It's like 50% fucked up, because that's what they do. They cut 50% of it off. And you say, well, no, they don't cut 50% of it off. Yeah, they cut 50% of your skin off. 50% of your skin. They take 50% of this and cut it off before you even have a hood. You don't even have a hood to cut off yet, and they're cutting off parts of your junk. And if you're telling me yours is fine, then something different happened to you. Which, basically, I can only assume that you work for people that do circumcisions, and so you don't want to lose the money that you would make doing circumcisions. You don't want people to think, oh, it's bad when it's good, when the video is all about how it's the worst fucking thing in the world, and you come here trying to say how you love it, when obviously people seem to agree in the comment section that they don't like it. And look, one guy said, I'm pretty sure anyone can regrow their foreskin back unless your parents sliced half your penis head off. I don't know if that's what they did. They did something when I was born. And all I can do is wonder what would have been normal, what is it now? What do I know? I can obviously, if I look up how they do it and then look at myself, I can say, okay, I can obviously see those scars there where they cut that off. And how they match up, and then say, okay, you know, look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that. Now imagine that gone, that there, that gone. Now take two pictures of one with one without one. What are you seeing? And then how do I look at myself and then relate to that and say, okay, before, after, or you know, whatever. And you're like, okay, I see what happened here. This is not good. And then to have somebody come in and lie and troll and be stupid, and you know, they said that I act like I'm 6 to 13 when actually that's how that's probably how old they are, and it's like, now I'm talking about something with someone I don't even know, but I have a message that I want adults to understand. You know, this person's saying they're adult and they're happy and healthy and they like circumcision. See, here he says, you are kind of brainwashed with the anti-circumcision propaganda. Circumcision only takes foreskin. There's the man can your dick, it's probably fine. Also, there's ways to grow foreskin back. Yeah. So obviously this person is convinced that their circumcised penis is fine and that it's shiny. And I'm saying, no, there's something majorly wrong with you. It's not my place to fight or whatever. I have my opinion, you have yours. But honestly, I want to say right now that this person it stands for everything I'm against. And they said when you're born, your brain is dirty. You need to be lobotomized as soon as you're born. They need to take an ice pick, stick it in your right here and poke a hole right there and just scoop some of your brain out, and just scoop that out, and that's best for everybody. It's good for you to have a lobotomy, and so this person is happy that they have a lobotomy, and they want to keep the indoctrination alive, that the lobotomy process is kept alive and up to tradition. They're lobotomized, they're happy, and whatever. And so I'm against lobotomies. This isn't about foreskin anymore. This is truly on a higher level that's what I try to get people to understand. You're not battling this or that. Like you're not atheist. You're not atheist. You're not for or against circumcision. You don't even know this. This is a higher level of thought for you. This is why I'm censored. You are going above and beyond what you thought was the problem. You thought circumcision was the problem, when actually the true problem was they are lobotomized. There's no one home. And you're battling someone that's truly ignorant, dumb, or whatever. And so you're just hitting this brick wall of stupid. You're not going to convince them of anything. You're not going to persuade them to one side. You're not going to show them the truth. You can't. They believe the world is flat, and that's all there is to it. You could show them a picture. You could take them up in space and say, "Does this look round to you?" They'll say, "Nope. I live in denial. I only see what I want." And so you're against this hard-headed lemming zombie-ness, which they have the right to be that. They can be as dumb as they want. But that doesn't mean I'm going to let it control me. And then they'll try to say, no, I'm trying to control them, which is just their way of saying you're not allowed to have an opinion. That your opinion somehow controls them, when they're allowed to have an opinion and force you into that, and they're not trying to control you. And their logic is flawed. They're not going to say 1 + 1 = 2. They're always going to use ignorance, stupidity, and everything. Like ignorance is strength, 2 + 2 = 5. They're always going to use that to their upper advantage, that they have no moral compass, they have no guideline, they have no understanding of how things may or may not work. They don't care either way. They're not here to make sense. They're here to be stupid and to fill the gap of stupid. That's what they're here for. And there's more of them than there is us. There's safety, and they seek safety in numbers when we will use our intelligence and our enlightenment. These people are paid. They have a reward. They have an operant conditioning behavior reward pattern. They are rewarded. He is somehow paid by someone. He gets a reward no matter what it is. Trolls are paid in lulls. That's their type of reward. And they're in a type of reward. forget. I guess I'm not allowed to go on. I'm getting harassed. I'm getting stalked right now. And that's something I have to deal with in real life. Not only am I against this fuckwit, but this fuckwit probably lives next door, and so, you know, he can't win in a conversation online or something, so he's just gonna harass me in real life. And so I actually have to deal with that, and so that's a huge, epic problem for me, which is why I battle here and I battle there, and everywhere I go is a constant epic battle of win. And I love winning, so it's okay. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm winning. Because these people are fucked, dude. They're so lobotomized that, you know, they might have got me, cut parts of me off, but I'm still at it. They still ain't got me down yet. And I think that's why they can only get you just a 50%, which is a lot. It's like they're halfway there. But don't let them go any further. And that is the magic of the moment, the fun of the fighting back. It really feels good. I feel alive. Like, I define my existence by fighting troll zombie lemmings that want to dictate and control my life and cut 50% of me off. And lobotomize my brain and cut half of it out. I feel alive, just like I'm just socking this dude right in his fucking face, and he's swallowing teeth, and I'm just like swallowing pride and dignity and fucking just righteousness, motherfucker. True pain delivering righteousness in a love way, like a tough love. I don't know why I smoke. It's because they're zombie lemmings and they infect me with their viruses. And smoking is like the zombie virus. I'm only 50% infected, so don't mistake in that. I might look like them, but I'm only like 50% like them. And with that, I'm gonna go, because I got coffee. Plus I'm done.